got more than me. She's got more than me. I should have the same thing they have. Who determines that? Where are those ideas coming from? And why do you think that your blade of grass is any more significant than the next blade of grass that's right beside you? Or how about those ones that are burnt completely up by that glorious sun? I have so many words up here, Mitzi, that I want to, you know how much I love numerology, so I want to see what this one is first. 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, and what's that, a 9, 15. Okay, gosh, 15. I love it. Okay, we started this show off about relationships. We also started, I think I placed a lot of importance, or significantly a good dose of importance, on the food we eat, and I'm going to say water, but we consume, okay? Now these are all things of, these are relationships that we have. This blade of grass, that little teeny blade of grass sitting next to that other little teeny blade of grass, they have a relationship. They have a relationship. They are one of many, countless many. They are not secluded to take them outside. Two. Relationship. Two. That's what matters. That's a relationship right there. Two. Their relationship is with everything. Their relationship depends upon the sun and the water. Depends upon the light and the movement. The movement of the heavens with air and with water to sustain them, for them to be green. All right, in the tarot cards, I don't think I already passed it, can't remember, but the 15th tarot card in the major arcana, there's 78 cards in the deck, but there's only 22 of them that are major, and so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the 15th one, and I'm going to show you, of course I already know what it is, but I want to see how you think blade of grass and my relationships, this whole spiel I'm doing, how the fact if you take those two out, separate them, form a relationship and think you're supposed to have something special and unique in this whole world, and you exist apart from all of that, what card would in fact rule that? Let's see if I can find it, because I don't want to call it without finding it. What would cause you to think those things? What would cause you, if you get in this relationship that you think that is supposed to be separate from everybody else and everybody else is not involved in all that, what would cause, and then if you think this, then you're going, these two blades of grass, they're standing there and they're going to start to say, well, are you getting more than I'm getting? Are you getting more than I'm getting? Are you loving me enough? Are you showing me you love me enough? What did you mean by what you just said? What did you do last night that I didn't know about? Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you text me? All those things come from the devil. The idea that you are special and you deserve more than what you have. And more than that, I'm going to do that word deserve, Mitzi. More than that, that you think that you can isolate yourself in order to guarantee the result or outcome you desire. What I want to deserve. I'm going to do that in just a minute, but I want to say something. Yeah, you want to isolate. So it's me and you against the world. Well, if those two little blades of grass felt that, they're not going to survive. That's a fact. They need all of the other grass, blades of grass, that help to support, nourish, sustain. Heck, they might even need, this blade of grass right here might need to go down there to that one and talk every now and then just about what they're feeling, what they're experiencing. They might think that, something has occurred that they need to discuss. All of these things happen when all of these negative attributes and ideas happen when you are not aware that you are one little bitty speck less than that in this gigantic, enormous, humongous universe, galaxy, and whatever is beyond. See, scientists know a little bit. And what they know right now. And it's done on speculation and theory and some experimentation. But that is only with the knowledge we have today. If we isolate ourselves and think that we're the only thing going on, then we box ourselves in to a certain way of existence that produces loneliness, fear, and jealousy. Because I got to stay in this box. I'm doing all I can to stay here because this I know is the most pleasure I've ever known, so I've got to keep it. Oh, did I mention that the devil is the sole proprietor of seeking pleasure? But the pleasure is connected to pain. If we are trying to get it, to secure it, to hold on to it, to make it produce more, it's unnatural. And that's his favorite domain. All right, Mitzi, what'd I say? I wanted to do this deserve. What do we deserve? What do we deserve? Let's see what we deserve. 4, 5, 1, 5, 9, 22. You can never reduce these V's or those K's. So if you ever see me not doing it, you catch me on it. Because it holds a hidden secret. All right, so we got 5, we got 14. So we got 36. I got to add that 36 to that. So that's going to make me 51. And do you love this or not, Mitzi? I want to ask you. What is the backwards of 51? What is the number of the devil? What is the number of thinking I am entitled? Show up for your life exactly and precisely as it occurs. Do not sit there filled with worry, trepidation, anxiety, depression, based all in what you think you deserved and didn't get, what you are entitled to but are being overlooked, or how you have been Left out. No one wants to be left out. Well, if you're a blade of grass, you can't be left out because you're with, I love that other, you're with them all the time. But if you want to take this one, and y'all run off together and say, this is us, the two of us in the world, and this is what we need to do, and we got to get it, and we better hurry up, or we're going to lose out. And do you know what Sally did and Mary did? I always use that name, Sally, don't I? But do you know what Sally did and John did and Roger did? Well, we've got to do that. He got a new Lexus, so I need to get a BMW. Be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. And if you are where your feet are, you are not lost hopelessly in the past, nor are you, how about this word coming? Huh? I would not have said this word. Fumigated in the future. Fumigated. Wow. What a term is that? I'm really going to have to put some fumigate. Let's see why we would be fumigated. Because you usually fumigate a house for roaches and fleas and ants and mice and whatever else. Let me see, there's that I though. 7, 1, 2, 5. So we got 12, 13, 18, and we got 17, 19. It don't get no better than this, children. I think my first page, if I can get it back here, is going to say a 1. Well, there was one of the ones. Yes? Feelings about what our future is going to be. There it is. How? Fumigate. You will not be fumigated. You will not be lost in the how, the where, the why, the when, the what of your future. You're not going to be. If you show up for your life exactly and precisely how it's unfolding with the people, whomever is in your life at this present moment, does not necessarily mean they'll be here tomorrow or even this afternoon. We have no control over death. And just for this show's sake, and because I like to use it, Saturn says the time. And if you want to, God, Goddess, any of those, your goddess, your God, universal divine spirit, whatever you want to see it, higher self, determines when. So you don't, all these plans you're making, all of these ideas and associations you've got attributed to your life as to what it is that you need to make yourself better, surrender to them. Let them go. All right, let me see if I can sit down a minute, Mitzi, and go on with whatever else. Pick up the sun out of the floor. Okay, let's see. Now, usually, what I do, it usually occurs sooner in the show than this. I pull a paper out of the Mode of Cosmic Therapy box, to see what we've done for the entire time and where we go next. Where we go next. Let's see where we go next in this hour. Let me see. You are treading on very dangerous ground because you are currently absorbed in ego and self-pity. Get up and rejoice to break it. You are treading on very dangerous ground because you are currently absorbed in ego and self-pity. Ego and self-pity. Ego would cause you to think that you are entitled to more than you are getting. And what was the other thing? Self-pity? Self-pity would arise from the fact that you think that you've been overlooked, abandoned, neglected, abused. All those feelings would arise from self-pity. Oh, well, shoot, Mitzi. Of course. I just said the magic word, didn't I? Because this is what this show's all about. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Do you know? Remember I asked this about 45 minutes ago? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How would you know? Well, we've expanded the word feelings. And we are coming up with, you gotta do it. What is that? Where's that son? Did I put him down? Oh, I put him back in the box. So, the only way for you to know how you are feeling is with more light